Good morning everyone from a bit of a gloomy but still warm Torre del Mar. I'm off to the gym, so I thought I would give you a little tour of Torre del Mar property prices and just a quick glimpse into what they're selling for here. It is an affordable place for the Costa del Sol, so yeah, if you're thinking of moving here and you're on a budget, this could be the place for you. So what it seems to me is in Torre del Mar they actually sell stuff that maybe is not necessarily in Torre del Mar. I mean, Frihilana is a long way away, and I know that some estate agents do sell stuff that, you know, is outside of their area, but all of this stuff, like, I mean, Velez Malaga is close, but Almahy Bajo is not that close, but this place I don't even know where it is. And I've got to say, even though all I've read is that it's quite affordable, some of the stuff like that's 1.35 million, and on the face of it, it's nothing special. And you've got stuff down here which actually looks nicer. That's Velez, that's 630,000 euro. That looks nice. Here, I mean, I've got to be honest with you people, I don't actually know where these places are. That's quite remote, but affordable, 300,000. But as I say on some of my other videos, the prices in Spain in general are going up that fast that what used to be a cheap place is not exactly cheap anymore, even for other European standards. So yeah, it's quite quiet here this morning, folks. There's some kind of festival on today, like a local festival, which means that some of the local shops, some of the local schools are closed, but it literally is just for Velez Malaga and Torre del Mar. So yeah, quieter than usual. Gotta say people, the estate agents here, they're not exactly big estate agents, but I've got to say also, 245,000 for a basic apartment, that's 165,000. That says opportunity, so obviously an opportunity to buy at a lower price and add some value. This is the kind of stuff that you can buy and actually invest with. I've got a video on investing in Spain, so if you want to go and watch that and get an idea of actually how hard it is to invest over here, then go and have a look at it on my page. But yeah, all these, they're pretty basic. Millie commented the other day on like the kind of the decor of these places, and it really is old. And we'll have to have a look on Idealista later, because so far what I'm seeing through the estate agents and what I see on Idealista, you know, the value for money is certainly on Idealista. So we'll have a look at that later. This gives you an idea of how many properties that some of these estate agents have. There's literally 4 in the window. 320, 350. That's actually pretty cheap in Velez. And then a bog standard apartment in Torre del Mar. But if you look, they really don't have a lot of them. Some, I mean, I've been around to some of them and like they literally just weren't even worth posting in the window. Right, so I thought I would just jump on here and jump on Idealista, which, if any of you don't know, is the it's like the UK version of Rightmove, basically just where all the estate agents list the properties for sale. The reason I've done it is because when I walk around the estate agents, I go around and around, and it's good, of course, to see in the windows and real actual listings. That's all very well and good, but some of them are really small around here, so we don't get, like, I can't give you a full picture of what it's like. So I've jumped on here and I've picked a couple of really good opportunities. And when I say opportunities, I've picked a couple where you could make a little bit of money on them. You can basically rip them out and just start again and put your own taste on it. But I mean, some people want to come to Spain and buy a property and not do anything to it. They want to just buy it, done. But a lot of people want to come, redo it, and put their own stamp on it. So tell me, what is it, if you were going to come to Spain, or maybe you are looking to come and buy a property here, would you want one that's done and it doesn't need any work doing on it? Or would you prefer to buy one that you could put your own stamp on, rip it out, do some renovations, and also make a little bit of money on? let me know in the comments, because it's actually fascinating to me. Property's my area, so all the feedback, it helps me understand like what people actually want when they come to Spain. So yeah, if you could let me know, that'd be great. So I thought I'd start with a real interesting one, and it is a budget property. I flipped through it now. It is budget, and there's definitely a lot of potential, and with with some spends on it, you could definitely turn it into a holiday let. Now, don't get me wrong, there are actually cheaper properties than this on the market, but this is in a great location. And if you're trying to make it as if you're trying to put a property on as a short let market here, then the location is key, and this is right on the coast. If you were to completely rip this out and start again, realistically, it's not a big property, so you could probably do all of that for 50 to 60,000 euro, and what you've got then is a brand new home by the sea in a great location. And you could live in it if you wanted to. You could rent it out. It would work year round, but especially in the summer months, you could rent this for at least €1,000 a week, probably more than that. So I would be looking at this if I was coming over and I had a budget, and I mean it's on for 185,000. I'm sure you can get it for less than that. You've then got taxes to pay on top of that, which is 10% also. So let's say if you could get 10% knocked off the price, 10% taxes, if you were to pay 185,000 for this and spend 65,000 euro, and your total all in was 250,000 euro, similar properties like this in the same area are selling for 300,000. So you can see that there's money to be made in it, and you can put your own stamp on it. And I think this has really been my top pick here. If I was on a budget and I wanted to make some money and I wanted to live here, I'd pick this, I'd rip it out, spend 60,000 euro and rent it on the open let, and then rent it as a Airbnb short let type of thing. Now, of course, I'm on Idealista here, and I said about, the estate agents only have limited properties. However, if you are looking for a bargain, do make sure that you approach estate agents, because they have things that they don't even put on the market and they just give to people that they know are in a position to buy, and that's where the bargains are to be had. So do not overlook approaching and talking to estate agents if you're looking to buy here. Okay, so the other opportunity that I've found here is for this detached house for sale, and it's not too far from the coast. However, if you do want like a villa here kind of thing, then you're not going to get one right on the coast, because they are set further back inland. But this one is not far at all. It's literally like a 5-minute drive to the coast, or 25-30-minute walk. But what I'm saying is, if you want that type of property, you're gonna have to buy them further back anyway. So location, you have to give a little bit with that. But this to me is a great opportunity, because realistically this whole property needs starting again. So you could keep some things, of course, depending on what your taste is, but if you wanted to modernize this property, then you'd have to spend probably 150,000 euro on it to get it looking really nice and have it like really modern. You could obviously spend more, but I'm saying minimum of 150,000 euro. Now this has been on for a little while though, so I'm sure that you could get some money knocked off of this. I'm sure that you could get this for at least 50,000 euro knocked off this, because I know that this has been on for a long time. So if you were to buy this and for 550, once you pay your taxes, it would be 600,000 euro. If you then spent 150,000 euro on it, similar villas in the area are selling for upwards of 900,000 euro quite easily. So you can see there's a good margin there. There's 15 to 20% to make on your money. And also, it's a great property if you just want to live. So I'm talking to both people here. I'm talking to people that just want to come and live here. I'm talking to people that want to come, do a bit of an investment and make some money and keep the property. I'm talking to people if you just wanted to come, buy the property, renovate it and sell it on. I'm talking to all types of buyers here. But those are my two best picks on Idealista, and if we were to go around all the estate agents from one to another, it would take us all day. And I suppose that is the beauty of having the internet now, is that you can do all your research right here in front of you. I'm going to be doing lots more property videos all around Spain. I think we're going to Torrex next to see what the property prices look like there. So if it's something that you're interested in, lifestyle in Spain, property in Spain, I'm going to be doing loads of that. So hit the subscribe button and you'll be sure to see a lot more of me. I'm going to be bringing out videos constantly over the next few years while we live here. So yeah, all I've got to say is thank you for watching the video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.